Welcome everyone to our fall Collegiate MAXI competition. My name is Amy Steinbicker and I am the Executive Administrator for the DMAW EF. And I am joined by our event coordinators. We have Courtney Lewis, who is the President of the DMAW EF Board of Directors, and Leanne Doyle, who also serves on the board. We will begin the virtual competition with presentation 1, which will be our team from Kutztown, University of Pennsylvania. Before the team gets started, I would like to introduce our 3 judges. We have Emily Cooper of MWD, Jamie Grams of PMG, and Sydney Painter of Fuse Fundraising. Judges, we will let Kutztown University get started.
Thank you so much. Welcome. We are Kutztown University presenting our marketing campaign for the Student Conservation Association. This is our team. We are the board members for the American Advertising Federation Club here at Kutztown University. My name is Maya Davies. I am a junior double major in marketing and management with a minor in social media theory and strategy.
Hello, my name is Angel Orta, and I'm a senior marketing major.
Hi, my name is Ethan Moyer. I'm a junior double major in marketing and management, and I also have a minor in German and social media theory and strategy.
Hi, my name is Anna. I'm a junior sport management major.
And our advisor, who is not with us today, is Dr. Kang.
All right, starting off, we have the SWOT analysis of the SEA organization. Beginning with strengths, some of their strengths include donation accessibility. It's very easy to go on their website and find where to donate, as well as to find statistics about their success, such as that they have had 65 years of service and over 1 million hours donated in total. However, with strengths comes weaknesses. Some of SEA's weaknesses include donor issues, such as a lack of an online presence that targets the maximum amount of donors. Some opportunities that can be made possible for SEA in light of these strengths and weaknesses are the ability to increase their online presence through social media and influencers. And with this, we can prioritize a larger target audience that will bring in new donors through both digital and magazine advertising. Lastly, perhaps the biggest threat to SEA is other current nonprofit organizations with larger social media presences and online presences as a whole.
So we have done a little current analysis of the Student Conservation Association. In our analysis, we did notice that they currently have a smaller current target market. They currently target those who have previously shown support or participation in the organization. We noticed a low brand awareness, that those involved in conservation and environmental protection are aware of the SCA. However, those of the general public are not as likely to be aware of the company. And then trouble retaining donors based on the low target market and the need to increase gift conversion. And then low multi-channel marketing, including social media, digital marketing, peer-to-peer marketing, and advertising, magazine advertisements.
Piggybacking off of my colleague Maya, we generated a marketing plan with goals, and the first was our new target focus would be to prioritize new donors. The SCA already is focused on current alumni and donors. We want to also include them, but our new priority is to expand and generate new donors while increasing brand awareness and becoming more consistent in the multi-channels that were just mentioned in the previous slide: social media, digital marketing, peer-to-peer, and magazine advertisements.
So for our gift conversion campaign strategies, we will be mainly using social media, digital advertising, peer-to-peer, and magazine advertisements.
For our first campaign strategy, social media, what we really want to focus on in terms of social media marketing is the use of influencer marketing. So we want to use tools such as Instagram ads, ad sponsorships. We can ask influencers to create awareness and provide accessibility to join SCA's email list, as well as partner with other brands to create mobile ads on these social media sites. TikTok and Instagram Reels, another big thing for communication and relaying information through social media, especially in this current era. Although they're newer platforms, they have gained a lot of popularity through audiences of all ages, demographics, and are even connected through like cross-channeling apps. For example, Instagram Reels is accessible through both Instagram and Facebook. An example of a good way to advertise SCA through Instagram Reels or TikTok is to create a sort of progression video showing some of SCA's projects over time, such as a conservation project or donation progress. With using social media, we really want to make sure that posting frequency is also a focus. So when you increase the amount of content and times posted in a certain time frame, it allows for more exposure and interaction, which is especially essential for the success of social media advertising.
Now, piggybacking a little bit off of social media, which is another type of digital advertising, I have a bigger portion of digital advertising, which is search engine marketing, SEM, which is just Google advertisements, such as digital advertisements based on keywords when users search up information on a search engine such as Google. This will eventually lead to SEO, which is search engine optimization, which is more organic views and website clicks. As you can see at the bottom left-hand corner, I made a little digital graphic of what it would look like for an SEM. It would just pop up with a little ad and then whatever site link you provide. The next one would be display and video advertisements. If you see on the right-hand side, I made a little display ad, a little banner ad that would pop up on a website with a call to action at the bottom. Always very important to make your call to action red and, highlight so that people notice it. Social media can be a usage of video advertisements, considering you can have like influencer marketing or other strategies. And as displayed a little bit earlier, for retargeting ads, you guys want to retarget previous donors. And if you have their information, such as email, mailing address, you can do this, such as if you have ever seen like an apparel brand go and email you like a coupon, you can do something like that, but not in a coupon sense. You would more so state like, we're starting a new project. We've noticed that you've donated previously. If you would like to fund this project and help fund this project, then emails such as that or mailing such as that. And the final thing I noticed was website optimization. Landing pages are a huge part of donations. Not only is the link the first thing that they click, but the website is the thing that's going to get you the donations. So I went on a couple different websites. Pano.org is a good nonprofit organization that I noticed. And they have a lot of higher quality images. A lot of the images on the SCA's website are just low resolution. I also went on the mobile website, and the formatting was a little bit different from the regular web page, but it was a little bit harder to understand for, more basic users. I think that has to be a little bit smoother, and coming up with that like smoother, cleaner animations and transitions. That also has to be implied on the website just to make sure like, everything's running smooth and looks very clean and good. And there was also a lot of blank white space. That is a big thing that you don't want to do a lot of the time, considering you want people to prioritize focus on the wording and not all the white space that's around it. You want to, make it a little bit more colorful, not fully, but there was a little bit too much white space that was in there.
Okay, so we have some good ideas for some peer-to-peer relations. So with this, we really want to increase the relations between the organization's donors. So we would like to incorporate the use of student clubs and organizations throughout the United States. Clubs like marketing clubs, advertising clubs, and environmental clubs. Doing this, they would probably create a fundraiser, as seen on SCA's website, they do have an option for individuals to create their own fundraiser. So this would kind of be piggybacking off of that, and where it's more directed towards student clubs and organizations. This would be a really good kind of community service activity for student clubs and organizations to do. And there could be some sort of incentive if they raise the most donations in their fundraiser, like a trip to their conservation site would be really cool. On the right-hand side, I created a mock-up of something, a flyer that one of the clubs could use to advertise their fundraiser that they're going to do for SCA. And I think it's really important because this is not only targeting those that are in the club and the organizations at those schools, but those that they're reaching out to get those donations for their fundraiser. And then now they are all know at SCA and donate and are aware of it. With that and all the other channels that we use, we would like to also create a messaging program, kind of like what Anna was talking about in the TikToks, where we create a tracking program showing videos and updates. But this is something where users, when they donate, can sign up to receive text messages, and then they are able to choose which service or what conservation they would like their money to perhaps go to, per se, and then get automated text messages about the update and the progress on those, which really would increase donors' desire to donate because they really get to see where their money is going and the help that they're really doing to their environment.
So the next channel that we'd like to focus on is magazine advertising. And the whole purpose of this channel is to put donation request ads into different environmental magazines. So some of the ones we suggest are some more popular ones, including National Geographic, Environment, and National Wildlife. The purpose of focusing on these ones is they're big name, they have a lot of viewers, so you're targeting a lot of people. We also would like to focus on some more local ones. So for example, I have Conserved, which is a Western Pennsylvania local ad. And we really want to focus on these more local ones because the SCA can target certain areas and demographics that they would like to focus on, maybe an area that donates a lot or an area that they doesn't really donate, but they know that they can create more donations. And with these types of people that see these ads, we know that they're going to be interested in the environment, because why would you subscribe to an environmental magazine if you're not? So there'll be a higher donation rate and there'll be more repeat donations. Another benefit of magazine advertising is that it's at a lower cost than some of the other channels. On the right-hand side, I have a sample ad. At the top, it says Save Your Wilderness. It makes people feel like they're actually doing something for their local areas. And if you look at the picture, it looks like you're walking down your local trail. So it really puts them into the ad. And below that, I have the logo for the Student Conservation Association, along with basic information on how to donate to the company.
So a few additional channels we would like to use in addition to those are direct mail, basically using, like Angel said, using those people that have donated previously and reaching out to them again through mailing, and then email, adding an email list to those presidents or those clubs to keep them up to date on SCA and how that they can be involved, maybe as well as those influencers that we get through social media, as well as the new donors that are interested. We would add them to the generalized large email list that SCA sends out.
For the budget, I have it separated by all the different channels. So if you look at social media, we have that we're expecting 3,333,000 impressions. And then for each thousand, per 1,000 impressions, it's an average of $9 spent. So if you multiply that together, we get $29,997 all spent on social media. And I did the same thing for all the different channels. So if you look at banner ads, we're expecting 102,000 banner ads multiplied by $195 per each 1,000 to get a total of $19,890. And if you add all those yellow numbers up at the bottom, our total budget is $99,367. And for the revenue, if you look at the top, the formulas that I used was for gross revenue, I took the response rate percentage and then multiplied it by the quantity. And I took that number and then multiplied it by the average gift rate. And then for net revenue, I took the gross revenue and subtracted the cost from that. So for social media, it was a 0.1% response rate, and then our quantity was 3,333,000, and then I multiplied that by a $30 average gift rate to get a total of $99,990, and I subtracted our cost, which could be found on the budget page, which was $29,997, to get a total of $69,993. And I did that for all the different channels. And if you look at the bottom, the white number is our total expected revenue, which is $219,691. And if you look at the parentheses, those are negative numbers, but we're expecting the people that are going to see those different advertisements to eventually do repeat donations. So those numbers would eventually turn into positives.
Thank you so much for listening to our marketing campaign presentation for the Student Conservation Association.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Great job, you guys. I really liked how many different channels that you guys included in your strategy. I'm curious what the most challenging part of this project was for you guys.
I think that the most challenging part was probably thinking of ways to reach out to the most possible people for such a wide audience, that because it's not a target market, it's not specific to a certain target market. We want to reach out to as many people as possible. So I think coming up with strategies that were able to be used widely was probably the hardest part.
Yeah, as Maya was saying, like there's no specific demographic like age, gender, or anything. You never know who is going to be donating. So like it was hard to come up with a sense for everybody, which I mean, through the multi-channel system, that kind of helped us develop it for people who don't like social media or anything. That would help with magazine ads or direct mailing and like email if they don't prefer social media. You know, a lot of people are on that. But for our younger generation, we target social media and digital advertising. So we kind of threw everything together so that we could generalize it in the biggest sense that we could.
Nice. Jamie, do you have any questions for them?
Yeah, it's always fun to collaborate with fellow presenters and campaign managers in this case. I'm curious to hear from each of you. Just something positive that you can take away based on your experience working with your fellow presenters on this project.
Well, I think it really gives us a sense of what we're going to be doing with like our careers and stuff, and helps us practice for that, because like a lot of classes are more or less lecturing and stuff, but this is a real world thing. So we're like actually practicing the skills we're learning in classes. So it's really beneficial in that way.
Yeah. And like Ethan was saying, it's not like there's a super big takeaway for like grade. We're not primarily focused on that. So we're just pretty much focused on improving our skills. So it's nice to just have a group that we know and we can work with and be able to like capitalize on that with a good presentation.
Yeah, like they were saying, I really think that since we are doing this just purely for the learning experience and kind of to try to help any businesses, and every year they have different people do this and get the most feedback that we can. So we really know what we're getting ourselves into and really can practice getting those really cool ideas for marketing campaigns and putting that together and working with teams. And I think it's a really good experience to be able to participate in.
Yep, and like they were saying, I also agree. It is really good experience, and I'm not a marketing major anymore, but I still see this as a really valuable experience, especially because I do a lot of other things with my current job and my hobbies that include marketing. So it's a really helpful tool to just know how to give a good marketing presentation and create a marketing plan.
Great, thank you. And I'll hand it off to Emily, see if she has any questions.
Thanks. So my question is, what was the creative inspiration? Was this based off of what you were seeing on their website, or is this ideas that inspired you that you thought would resonate with an audience?
For us personally, we held a little group meeting with the rest of our AAF members so that we could kind of generate ideas piggybacking off of them. We went into the meeting having a bunch of ideas ourselves, but there was a lot of inspiration that came from our other colleagues that benefited us, and our inspiration just kind of like flourished when we started creating the presentation, and it just became a lot easier as we started.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think that it was, we really got to sit down and have multiple brainstorming sessions. Mainly we definitely looked into the website. We looked into all of their social media platforms, what they were doing currently, and then just piggybacked off of what other companies and organizations like them are doing as well. Something that we could do then, and then also incorporating our position and what we know as a student club and organization to kind of tie that in to our plan.
I have a question. What is one thing that each of you guys, I guess, learned from this project that you didn't know prior to?
Well, personally, I didn't know how important magazine ads were until we kind of went into that direct channel. Obviously Ethan was the one that presented it, but I was kind of surprised that the numbers that were including that channel, considering, it's a digital world now. I don't ever read magazines personally, but they are a popular thing, and like subscriptions to magazine articles are pretty popular, and I was very surprised by that.
For me, well, I had to do like the budget and the revenue, and I'm not a numbers math person at all. So I really never knew how to do like the revenue and stuff. So it was a good experience kind of learning how to do that, because I might have to do that in the future.
I feel like one of the biggest takeaways that I learned from this was kind of just a very generalized idea of what advertising and marketing for a nonprofit would look like. I've never really looked into that a lot, but I really think that I was able to learn a lot about what that would kind of look like for this. So.
I agree with Maya. That's what I was gonna say. I'm not really familiar with a lot of nonprofit organizations, especially when it comes to marketing. So I thought it was really interesting just to kind of go through the motions of how we can make that possible.
Great. Thank you, guys.
Thank you. You guys had a lot of great questions.
Do you have any more questions? We have time for one or two more, or is that just good?
Yeah, I had a question. One of the earlier slides mentioned the ease of making a donation via the website. I'm just curious if you could like speak a little bit more, about that, like sort of like what specifically you liked about SCA's donation page. Yeah.
When I was going through the website just to collect some information, that was like the first thing I noticed, was that there's a big button that said click here to donate, and I thought that was like, that really stood out to me, because I didn't have to go searching for any tools or any search bars or anything. It was just right there, right on the homepage. So I thought that was really convenient. Definitely a strong point.
Thank you.
Ray and Sydney, are you guys good? Okay. Then it's time for us to wrap up. I'd like to thank Kutztown University of Pennsylvania for serving as presentation number 1 today. I'd also like to thank our judges for being here with us. Emily, Jamie, and Sydney, on behalf of the DMAW EF Board of Directors, thank you for serving as our judges. Kutztown University, you're free to go. Remember that we will be sharing the results of the competition by noon on Monday. Judges, you may remain in the meeting and turn off video and audio so you may score the presentation. Thank you.